well. We are MRSA. I'm the lead singer and rhythm guitarist. I'm Zach Rodriguez. I play bass and do backup vocals in MRSA.
Alright, when did you guys first form?
I think the year was 2012, 3 years ago, during the summer. I was in this group with my good friend Noah at the School of Rock, and he had been wanting to start a band for a while now, and he had all these ideas, all these riffs, and basically he kind of asked me and our other guitar player Travis to kind of join in on the action. It all went from there. I guess the way we describe it to a lot of people is kind of a mix between kind of the kind of groove heaviness of like Mastodon and kind of mix between fast and slow kind of riffs, and mixed with kind of a Neurosis kind of metallic kind of darkness, I would say. My favorite composer musician of all time is Frank Zappa, hands down. So I'm definitely inspired by his ability to kind of not be so serious, and at the same time kind of make this very like respected kind of musical output for himself. So the first record is actually mostly material from our drummer, because he's the one who kind of got the band going. And we thought, you know, we like this music enough that we should try to get it on the record. And so, you know, we decided to save up and go into Haywire Studios with Fester and just get it all out there, just mainly for our own enjoyment. I mean, we were happy if other people listened to it too, of course, but that was kind of the motivation behind it, I would say. So we've got a new record coming out at some point, no label backing us. So I think we get kind of trapped in this world sometimes where it's like, you know, there's the DIY scene, and then there's kind of like the play for opening bands, sell a bunch of tickets kind of scene. And they both kind of don't really intersect that much. But I feel like what's been interesting about us is we're kind of trying to fit into both of those kind of areas. Kind of like we're a stage metal act, but also, you know, we could play your house shit if you want to, kind of thing. In the end, what we just want to do is just give people some heavy music to enjoy, and you know, hopefully they hear our music and think, wow, I really like that, you know. I mean, we're certainly not trying to make music for other people, but I think it's more rewarding that way because we make it for ourselves, and we really like it, and then if other people like it as well, then that makes us like very happy.
Thank you guys. Again, we are MRSA. Check us out online. Come talk to us after the show. We'd love to chat. Have a great fucking night.
It's our last one, man. This one goes out to all the unfortunate Christians in the audience. That's what you're going to do. You're going to pray, and you're going to worship, and you're going to burn.
do you play?
Dave Phillips, drums.
I'm Skylar Guzman, and I scream and play guitar.
So,
I started the band probably about like 2007 on my own, and then once I moved out here to Portland, I had the band going for a few years, but I didn't have anybody to play with, so I put out a Craigslist ad. Dave, I went and saw Dave, and I watched him play. He responded to the ad, and I watched him play, and I was like, dang, this dude is loud. So
Yeah,
I was like, I want you to play in my band. So.
Yeah, the ad just said hard-hitting drummer, and I was like, well, I was in this other band called Eulogy, and I was just like, come check us out, you know. And then and then I got fired from Eulogy, and then joined Sarcologos, man, and 4 almost 5 years going strong.
Well, we like to go fast. We like to go slow. We like to get heavy, and we like to get, calm. It's all over the map. It's like a roller coaster is the best way.
Yeah,
we've heard it described.
We don't apply any rules to what we do. You know, we just we play whatever we think sounds good, and if people like it, they do. If they do, awesome. If they don't, we play what we like to play. But most, we get a good reaction. Played a lot of awesome shows. I don't know. It's the feeling when you're on stage, man. There's nothing fucking like it. I've used this term before, man. It's the funnest shit you could do with your clothes on. And
that's right.
Yeah, it's just there's nothing like the exhilaration of just playing loud, having the adrenaline, and then hearing the crowd fucking, give you all that energy back. It's what we live for.
Who are some of your influences?
Oh man, Sabbath,
Yeah, Morbid Angel.
at Soylent Green, but
Yeah.
but we also don't listen to just heavy metal. We go outside,
Like
Mr.
Skinner.
Mr. Bungle, Skinner, all kinds of stuff. Faith No More, Deftones, but a lot of the heavy stuff: Death, Megadeth, Acid Bath, all kinds of stuff.
What do you think of those early groundbreakers like Venom or Bathory?
Great bands. Man. They put out a lot of good stuff and changed a lot of stuff.
I really like. Oh, sorry, I'm interrupting.
Yeah,
I really like Celtic Frost. Celtic Frost was the one that did it for me.
Recently, we've been having kind of more like spontaneous, just let's jam and see what happens, and that usually turns out good.
Yeah,
Because you get kind of more of a live feeling to the music, and
it's not just that though.
Yeah.
There's no specific source on where we get it from. Sometimes he'll be just writing riffs and he'll record them all and then he'll send them to me and I'll just put drums to it. Other times one of our songs, Torturous Halls of Earthly Existence, the last 3 minutes of that song was completely improv that we recorded. And
we recorded just a jam.
Yeah, we just started jamming, and it ended up being the whole one half of the song.
Yeah.
So it was just like it could come from there, or it can come from just sitting down writing riffs. A lot of the time, as of late, a lot of the riffs have come back. Just we're just sitting drinking, and he's playing the guitar, and I'd be like, he'd be playing a riff, and I'm just like, dude, what is that? And he's just like, oh, I'm just fucking around. And I'm just like, no, I like that, dude. You should break out your phone, record that,
Yeah.
and then just have a boneyard full of riffs, and then eventually we just come back and put them as
Piece it
songs.
together.
Yeah, so it really, there's no rhyme or reason, you know.
I'd like to have a formula. It'd probably make it a lot easier. It's kind of inspiration strikes, you know, sometimes.
That's what I want. I have no expectations from the crowd except for I just want them to have a good time, and you know, and I've heard so many different things from, I just so many different things to the way people have described our music, and you know, most of it's been positive. Most questionable thing is, why don't you guys have a bass player? You know, but you know,
Are you looking for one, or?
We have in the past, but we just have to travel so much, and it's hard to find somebody, you know, who can do that. It's a lot easier with just two dudes to just jump in the van and hit the road, you know, like we can take days off of work, you know, like we don't have to coordinate with like 3 other people, you know. So it's benefited us in ways, but
it, you know,
we get complaints from bass players.
Like what?
They're just like, why don't you guys have a bass player?
yeah, you know, why don't you know, you could really, like,
You guys could really use a bass
I don't
player.
even know how many bass players have come up to us and be just like, hey, dude, let's freaking jam, you know, blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, you know, we'd like to give it that opportunity, but it's just like, I think if we ever add a third member, whether it's a bass player or a guitar player, it's going to be because they, not necessarily talent. I mean, obviously you have to have that, but it's more just the chemistry fit. You know, it has to be the right person.
You got to be able to stand the person in a band for weeks on end, you know.
Yeah.
You guys must be aware of the do-it-yourself ethic here in the Portland independent metal scene, right?
Oh yeah.
What is your take on that scene? Has it been an influence on your band, and in what way?
Well, I think like it's out of necessity, really. You know, that people do it themselves. You know, it's because you don't have the help of labels that much. You know, when you're starting out, so you got to do it yourself. You know, and a lot of good bands started out that way. You know, because if you don't do it yourself, who's gonna do it? You know, sometimes, you know.
We've come across bands that have been signed and they've said that they made more money when they were doing it by themselves and they didn't have whatever. I mean, obviously, not making money is not the be all end all. Well, not for us at least.
Yeah.
But you know, there's times where you know the label can be really helpful for you, but it also can hurt you as well.
Yeah.
You know.
Because it's almost like opening a credit card. You got to pay that back. Like,
yeah,
if they make your records, you got to sell them so that way
but
you can pay them back. You know.
Yeah, d.i.y. I mean, I don't know. I haven't been. This band hasn't been signed, so and I've never been in a signed band, so I don't know. I've been playing music for 21 years, and it's always been d.i.y. So
Yeah.
you know, they like us around here, man. You know, we pretty much get you know, good turnouts every time we play in Portland, and you know, people just, you know, the most common thing is they can't believe how much sound we put out for 2 people.
Yeah.
You know, and that's pretty much the constant anywhere we've ever played. You know, we get underestimated a lot, even still in Portland. You know, with all the new people filtering in from around here. You know, people, you know, come up to us, they see 2-man band, there's like, I don't know about this. You know, and then their opinions usually change after we're done.
I was told to ask this. What do you think of Seattle?
Seattle's been good to us.
Dude, yeah, I don't know that I could ever live in Seattle, but every time we played there, we've always had good shows. Like Seattle's always
There's a lot of great bands up there too.
Yeah, we have a lot of good friends up there, and they've always treated us well.
So most of your feedback has been pretty positive, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what would you say to those who find your music sick, repulsive, or disgusting? I mean, the controversy being that this stuff glorifies violence or causes kids to blow away their classmates and shit like that.
Well, go listen to ABBA or something.
Yeah, exactly.
How would you answer such critics?
I'd just be like, go fucking blast your Nickelback record, dude. Fucking,
Go look at your photograph.
Yeah.
So on February 26th of this year, you came out with a new EP.
Yes.
Echoes of Silence.
Mm-hmm.
This recording was like almost 3 years since your last CD, right?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about that.
Well, between moving around, we moved quite a bit in the last.
Is it being put out by a certain record label, or is it independent?
We did it ourselves.
Okay.
We got
d.i.y.
paid for it with money we made on the road.
Yeah.
Got it printed up. I got one right here.
Yeah.
Got it.
We these songs were I wouldn't say necessarily older, but they're probably like about a year old. But it was like we have our own studio in Washington, and we buckled down and we played it all live, and
I think we finally got a recording that sounds more like what we sound like live.
Yeah,
as opposed to when we're just at practice.
Yeah,
because we recorded it together at the same time.
Yeah, so it was like, we wanted to make it how we think we sound live. So I mean, and that's kind of hard because the adrenaline when you play live is completely different when you're playing in a studio. But we really tried to push ourselves to get that adrenaline when we were playing,
We came out from Portland. If you want some shirts and stuff, help us out with some gas. That'd be rad. Stick around. You guys fucking rule.
Fantasy-wise, if you had a chance to tour with a big name band or open up for one, who would it be?
For me, I already know what it would be.
We've had this discussion before.
For me,
mega tour.
Yeah, if it was up to me, it would be Sepultura, Soylent Green, and Entombed, there's so many. I could probably make that list 100 bands. You know what I mean? Or just walk in.
We'll just play. We'll have Morbid Angel and Iron Maiden. That's it.
Fucking rock out, man.
That's a good sign out.
We're Sarcoma Ghost from Portland. If you can help us out with some shirts. Alright, this next one is obscure reality.
Shaq, and I play bass guitar.
I'm Aiden, I play drums.
Sergio, vocals.
I'm Alex, and I play guitar.
Well, the band's been going for a while. We had different lineups, but this lineup formed August?
Like 6 months ago.
August 2015.
Yeah,
and
1991.
It's been
Florida.
going good.
Describe the music of Mangled Corpse.
Death metal.
Old school death metal.
Aggressive.
We're all pretty like obsessed with anything and everything that's heavy and like always have been. And
people.
Yeah, just like intense music.
Yeah, the like ultimate outlet is old school death metal.
It's just aggressive, you know. When you're pissed off, you know, put on some death metal and chill out. That's what I think.
I started recording my own music when I was like 14, and I'm still using pretty much the same setup, just like a couple microphones and GarageBand, but I finally kind of gotten it down to make it actually sound like really good. So I think that I'll write a riff or like write a few riffs that kind of go together, and then like I'll play it, and then we'll start to get something going, and then throw around ideas, and then eventually the song just kind of comes together.
I think our music's more positive and like fun loving than like most of the stuff on the radio that's just like a bunch of garbage for the most part. So I don't know. I think, even though we have like, like kind of evil lyrical content and like all around sound, like we're obviously all like really nice guys.
What were your plans? You guys wanted to tour, right?
Yeah.
Eventually, yeah.
Start out with a West Coast tour, like trying to like hit like. I don't even know if you want to go to Seattle because like everyone in Seattle for the most part is a bunch of pussies. Every time I've gone up there, it's like I go up there and like everyone's just like like I don't know, like on heroin listening to Nirvana or something. 'Cause they're like all like like just not even like into it, and not a lot of people show up. I mean, I don't know if that's just because where the venues are that I've gone there, but we probably do some shows here in Oregon and then go down through California and maybe try and hit over in Vegas and then
Tampa, Florida.
Yeah, then
Tampa.
Yeah.
Buffalo.
As far as a lot of the all ages venues are like dying out now.
Yeah.
There's like Slab Town and some other ones. East End was a really awesome place. That place got caught on fire and whatnot. I don't know. I got a lot of memories there, but.
Slab Town was good.
Slab Town was
It's
cool.
not
That's
around
another
anymore,
place that
right?
went out of business too. They did all ages shows.
It's mostly bars nowadays.
So what do you hope that your audiences will come away with after hearing your music or seeing your shows?
I want them to feel like they just saw a death metal band in 1990 in the club in like fucking Tampa, Florida or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, because that's totally what we're trying to like emulate. I mean, that's what we, all feel strongly was like the epitome of this style of music. So that's just we want that to continue. We got our demo out with these guys, Rob and Dylan, and I don't know, they've been putting these out for a while now, but they release a lot of older bands and do a lot of cool interviews and stuff, and they've been like giving us like 100% support with our demo and just getting us out there. So.
the door, Lord of darkness.